Okay, look, we're outside the Ministry of Justice. It's about, it's nearly 5:10. We were scheduled to start at 5, but we're here. There's quite a big crowd outside. It's hard for me to hear myself think. We've got a drummer here. Go on, there's a bit of drums. We've got a big banner over here. Support the hunger strike. And as you can see, there's a list of the names over there. We've got other reporters here. We've got TRT World here. And it's quite busy considering it's a short notice. Apparently, there's a lot of police around the corner. Today, Greta Thunberg was arrested for carrying a sign saying that she supported the Palestine Action hunger strikers. At the weekend, we had 5 arrests. I know of the 2 doctors got arrested in their own home. There is an atmosphere possibly of arrests for no reason. I don't know. But I thought we'd come down here to a live stream so that we could find out what actually goes on as it happens. So let's see what happens. We've got quite a few other people. We've got the artist taxi drivers here. Come here, look. The artist taxi driver, he's live streaming while we're live streaming. You got a lot on there, Mark?
What do you mean?
A lot of people watching?
I don't know, but if you live stream it, when you post it up, it goes out there. I saw Greta Thunberg, and like she was saying, like, you know, whatever you do, whatever your platform. But I think it came back to Hamza put it up the other day with the when hunger strikes were in Ireland, and they said, like, whatever you're doing, just tell everybody. Do you know what I mean? So if I've got like 3 people watching, or if you've got like, I don't know, 300 people watching, it stays up there. You know, do whatever you can, whatever platform you have. You know?
I think the social media's been squashed by the powers that be. What's your feeling on that? Has it made you demoralised?
Well, I do. I mean, Twitter or X is just like fucking collapsed, hasn't it? So it's really hard to sort of like have impact and things. But you just got to it makes you work harder, doesn't it? You have to make better content, or you think, you know, if you make something, like all of my, like, sort of like, you know, my Daily Mail, when I write in the Daily Mail, they get like lots of views. I think it's about like trying to work out, you know, as an artist, like what can you do creatively to raise awareness about people that are being locked up. And basically it's state, like they've been imprisoned under the state because none of them have even like been like charged. They've been charged, but none of them have been found guilty of anything. And they've already, some of them are going to be doing 2 years. So that's like, you know, for what? For smashing up direct action. You know, like non-violent direct action where you go and smash up weapons of genocide. And it's like you get locked up. It's the only thing Keir Starmer's actually done in the whole Gaza thing is gatekeep for Israel, really, like lock up people that went to Elbit Systems, which is, you know, in this country they're saying ban arms sales. We've got Israeli companies building arms here. This is just fucking extraordinary. But on top of that, like, so they arrest people, throw them in jail for years, you know, and then they start arresting people like Greta Thunberg yesterday. I support...
This morning.
This morning, what did she say? She said, I support the Palestine Action prisoners. She wrote prisoners on it.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't, well, they was deemed, you know, they were called Palestine Action people by the media. So if you can't call them Palestine Action prisoners, what do you call them? How do you identify them? Do you know what I mean? So it's just all bollocks, really. But it is gatekeeping, because what it's trying to do is try and, like the internet, trying to suppress any kind of, like, you know, we're outside the Justice Department. There's no justice in this country. There isn't any justice.
It's like Orwell, isn't it? Using words that don't mean the opposite of what they are.
What they tried to do is they tried to make things about violence. Do you know, they were saying that the marches on Saturday, they're violent marches.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They say anything that you do to forget about a fucking genocide. Do you know what I mean? There's literally a genocide where Gaza's in rubble. Do you know what I mean? People living in flooded tents. They're banning all agencies now, NGOs, and it's like they talk about violence. Do you know what I mean? Or people should be allowed to protest, and people should be allowed to do direct action. And if it is criminal damage, then if you want to charge people for criminal damage, then go ahead and do it. But you can't say that they're violent, because they're not. They're not violent. They're non-violent. Yeah, they smashed up. What did they smash up? Drones and quadcopters. So those quadcopters, they drop incendiary fire on top of the tents and the drones. They got suicide drones that chase people and explode. It's madness, really.
And these drones they've got that sound like babies, and they crying and get people to come out. I mean,
well, it's sick. All of it's sick, isn't it? And on top of all of that, you have a really sick Labour government that's in absolute turmoil. We were just saying they're 6 in the polls, behind Reform, Tories, Lib Dem, Greens, and SNP. At the next election, again, do you know what was that Greek party called? They call it Pacification. Remember them?
Yeah.
So they were the ruling party in Greece, and they were middle ground lefty or right-wing lefty, and they ended up on 2%. I think Labour's going to go lower. I think they're going to go into single figures. They're already at the lowest that Labour has ever been in their history, on 14% in some polls, and that is the lowest of any British government in history. No British government's been on 14%. They said Corbyn was going to wipe out the Labour Party. Yeah. They had a coup when he was on 32%.
Yeah.
And now no one's saying nothing about Labour being on 14%. They're not even calling for regime change of Starmer. Do you know what I mean?
But I mean, when we were doing those sort of Corbyn events, the Palestine issue wasn't really up at the top.
In 2014 it was. Or 2012, sorry, when they were bombing kids on the beach and all things like that. Do you remember? So that was when we were doing. I was doing videos like Gaza is a massacre. But it's fucking. Well, it's horrific what's happened in the past 2 years. It's unprecedented to watch a live stream genocide, isn't it? It's absolutely unprecedented.
Yeah, I just think it's.
You've got hunger strikers. You've got people hunger striking. No media. No British government. The British government, they met with Elbit Systems. When they went in, they spoke. British government, but they ain't got time to meet with the families for the hunger strikers.
No, it's not at all what you'd expect from a civilised society.
Labour government. Labour government.
Yeah, like Kinnock said, a Labour.
Unbelievable, really.
So are you at all worried about the clampdown on media as well and free speech? Do you think that what you report might be getting you into trouble? Are you worried about that at all?
When I say things online? Yeah, because the other day I was posting up things that happened this year. And of course there's loads of stuff when I was spray painting I support Palestine Action, doing graffiti, or going to I support Palestine Action protest. So if you're posting stuff like that, yeah, but it's reflective, isn't it? So you're allowed to do that. Go on, come talk to the doctor.
Who have we got here? Would you like to speak? How are you doing? Yeah, I've seen you quite a few places. You get around a lot, don't you?
I try and come out as much as I can to support people. And I've got white privilege, so it makes it much easier for me to...
Yeah, I'm sorry, we've got Carlos, he's quite bossy on where you have to stand. So what do you think about how the hunger strike is at the moment? Because the media did sort of start reporting it a bit, and it's sort of gone away again now. But we had these Greta Thunberg being arrested. We've had these doctors being arrested at the weekend. I mean, they feel like distractions to me to take away from the hunger strike. Do you think they're trying to distract people from that?
Our colleagues being arrested.
All these arrests, do you think they're trying to distract from that in some way?
I don't think we're distracting. I think it's actually gaining momentum. We'll never rely on mainstream media to get the truth out. But to be fair, I think with Greta Thunberg's arrest being on mainstream media, I heard it on the news, on BBC Radio 6 News, so it's making it there. And we want people to know. So we live in our own bubble of reflection where we know what's going on and the atrocities and the oppression. But the majority of people rely on BBC News, the daily newspapers. So if the police think they're causing a distraction by the arrest, they're actually making our cause stronger.
Right. I mean, the doctors, it's also to try and make us intimidated, that we can't protest or we can't say things on social media or we'll get into trouble. And last week, I mean, I wasn't here, but there were arrests last week of the mother and daughter for saying, infitada? It's just that's going on a lot, isn't it, of intimidation?
It's utterly absurd, but it's dangerous. So, it would be amusing if it wasn't the fact that people have been murdered, tens of thousands, 100, 200 plus, 1,000 plus in Palestine, that our young hunger strikers are on the brink of death. So I'm a retired medical doctor, and I'm very grateful for the doctors who've spoken up and spoken about the factual consequences of where we're at. And the fact that David Lammy is unwilling to even meet to discuss their demands, which is their right to have that meeting. These young people are the people with humanity, compassion, compelled to do this because they want an end to the killing of children. I mean, that's the underlying point globally. Better rights for prisoners, not to be kept on bail for an illegal length of time. They are brightest and best, and I wake up dreading every morning looking at social media that I'm going to hear that one of them has died.
Yeah. I mean, that has been going on in my mind a lot, and also just feeling a real despair that nothing has happened. Even when someone is close to death, they don't care. I mean, it just seems so.
It's even worse. Healthcare in prison should be exactly the same quality as healthcare in the community. From every report we've had, it's very clear that they're getting punitive healthcare. Healthcare staff are not prison staff. They should be, it doesn't matter what someone's done who comes to you for treatment. You treat them all equally in terms of their health and social care. Right. It's very clear this is not happening. And Islamophobia is too mild a word, but there's very clear Islamophobia amongst this. It's utterly horrific. Yeah. And it's clear, this has been going on in the prison system for a long time.
Yeah. Well, We've got this as a kind of ad hoc protest. I mean, it's happening all the time with the hunger strike. You don't really know when the next protest is until that day or something.
And that's right. We don't stop for Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I wouldn't be sitting down for a Christmas meal when this is going on. We need to keep speaking up. The hunger strike doesn't stop. And every minute that we allow it to continue, the risk of permanent damage and death, it's any time now. How can we do this? Meanwhile, people who are racist and fascist go around spitting at people, spouting hate crimes, racial abuse, and nothing happens. And yet, those with a logical argument who are the peacekeepers of the world, are not being disrespected by a human rights lawyer who got two young white men off their case for damaging military equipment many years back. So Keir Starmer, was representing two young white men who were trying to prevent war. He stood up for them, and now he's just, it's a Zionist state. It's controlled by Israel. Everything. The police don't know what they're arresting people for. We have on camera, we now have the benefit of social media and the internet. The young doctor being choked outside Bronzefield as the police were arresting people that were leaving. How many police do you see here? If I wanted to call the police in Tower Hamlets, how long would it take me to get someone?
It's appalling.
It's horrific.
So, I've heard there's like loads of police vans around the corner.
Which seems to be the case at every occasion. So don't let them tell us that they haven't got the money to police rapes, criminal damage, every crime that needs investigating, domestic abuse. It's utterly horrific. I'm 61. I would never have told you in the 1990s that we'd be like this in 2025.
No.
It's the most horrific time that I've witnessed, and I'm sitting in a position of privilege.
Yeah. Well, look, I think we should go and have a look at this speaker over here, because I think everything's being recorded by the police as well, isn't it? If we record it, then we might get there before they do. Right, so Carlos is in the middle of the road now.
We have testimony from people who saw corpses enter their living homes. So how can we not do everything possible to unite with everyone here, to unite with every person here, the progressive and democratic forces, to stand against genocide, to stand against the annihilation of the Palestinian people, and to uplift people's struggle across the world? How can we not do all that we can to support this just struggle and to support the liberation of Palestine and the liberation of the oppressed peoples of the world? So we will stand here, we will continue to fight, and we will continue to defend people's struggle. Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! And from the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine!
Guys, can we just come back a bit off the road? Don't want to get into trouble. So next speaker we've got is Pat from the Irish Brigade. Been doing amazing work for the hunger strikers. Pat.
Friends and comrades, welcome here tonight. Thank you all for coming out on a very, very cold evening to support the hunger strikers. I salute them. I salute their braveries. I salute their families. I salute their community. And I salute the Palestinian struggle that's going on in Gaza to this very day. When the government today said they couldn't interfere, they are lying. Of course they can interfere. They said, there's a separation of powers in Britain. Well, yes, there is a separation, but they never obeyed that in previous cases. If you go back a few months when NECAP were charged, both Keir Starmer and Yvette Cooper interfered in the process of the judicial, and they were arguing they shouldn't be on at Glastonbury. They interfered directly in the judicial process, and I complained to the CPS about it then. So they can interfere when they want to, when it suits them. It's quite clearly, this is a political trial, and these are political prisons. And the British government, in aiding and assisting a genocide in Gaza, are shocking their behaviour before the world, and they brought shame and disgrace upon this country. Gladly, the British people have stood up against this oppression by their own government. It's their own government who are the terrorists. 99% of the terror committed at the moment is done by the British government
against the people of Gaza by supplying arms, by training and by surveillance. Starboard and Lammy hide behind the genocide, and what they do is to weaponize anti-Semitism in order to cover their tracks. Starboard and Lammy, the evidence should be put to the Hague for them to be processed in the Hague. They support war crimes, and the welcome war crimes, as the BBC do. The BBC put on Netanyahu, a noted worldwide war criminal, to put him on and put his point of view, really. But the people of Britain have stood up and they've rejected genocide, that they can murder over 20,000 children and probably another 10,000 under the rubble, over 10,000 women and probably over 100,000 people, right in front of the eyes of the world. It is a Holocaust which has been happening in Gaza, and when they want us to remember what happened in Germany, it's shameful that people, when we remember what happened to the Jewish community in Germany and the shocking crimes that were committed there by the Nazis, today we have in Palestine similar type crimes happen. A Holocaust is being carried out in front of the eye, aided by American imperialism, who supplied the arms and the guns, and the British government, the German government and the EU. Bobby Sands, when he was on hunger strike, said that the British have nothing in the whole arsenal of British imperialism that can break the spirit of an Irish man or woman who doesn't wish to be broken. And that's true of these young hunger strikers, and it's true of the Palestinian people. They will never break the Palestinian people. History shows us that you can't have the freedom of one nation based on the oppression of another nation. We've seen in Vietnam, in Algiers, in the black struggling people of South Africa, people who went through to freedom. We saw it in terms of enslaved black people throughout the world who rose up in Haiti and other parts of the world and won through to freedom. It is a history of humankind that they will win against oppression. Oppression will never win. Humanity will win. And tonight we represent humanity against Starmer and Lammy. We have in Britain the interference of actors on behalf of the Israeli government into every aspect of British life. And that needs to be stopped. They're having an inquiry now into China and Russia and different countries. We need a full-scale, independent inquiry in Britain into how the Israeli government and Zionists has undermined the British democratic way of life. It gets so bad now that we can't even mention the word globalised. They're trying to ban from the river to the sea. They want to mind control people. They want to tell us how to think. But we need to stand up against Zionism and settler colonisation. We need to say that that's wrong. We often say that people united will never be defeated. We will never be defeated. Bobby Sands said, our revenge shall be the laughter of our children. And there was another famous hunger striker in Brixton Prison down the road who went 74 days on hunger strike, Terence McSweeney, who was the Lord Mayor of Cork, who was arrested and brought here to Brixton Prison. He said it's not those who can impose the most and beat the most, it's those who can endure the most will win. Yes! Again, that's true of history, and it's true of all the struggles in Britain. It's true of the women's struggle, of the working class struggle in Britain, and in the end, what we have is American imperialism and their armament industry, which is supplying the guns for the Congo, the Sudan, and Gaza. We need to push the Zionists out of Palestine and the West Bank. Even the West Bank is trying to take over more settlement and drive the people out. The UN should not permit it. What has happened there is shocking in the eyes of the world. And they're still occupying Gaza. And there is no ceasefire there. There's been over 700 breaches of the ceasefire, over 400 people murdered in Gaza. That's not a ceasefire. They've no intention of, they've never kept a ceasefire. And the knockback continues from day to day in Gaza. So we need to put a stop to this, and the world needs to stand up, humanity needs to stand up. I'm with the hunger strikers. We hope that there is a solution, that they do not have to die. But the British government is very intolerant. And the Labour Party again talk about non-interference. Well, I remember during when Bobby Sands on the deathbed, they sent Don Concannon, one of the British Labour ministers, over to see Bobby Sands on his deathbed. And Bobby Sands was an MP. He got more votes than Maggie Thatcher. When Bobby Sands' funeral took place in Belfast, he had 120,000 people at his funeral. But they sent Duncan Cannon, a British minister, over to tell him. And what did the message they have of him in their interference in the hunger strike? That the Labour Party would not support him. And it was shocking. The Labour Party talk a load of nonsense, basically, you know. The negotiations need to happen. These prisoners need to be released and they need to get their freedom. They need to be allowed the freedom to prepare for a fair trial. Under the Magna Carta, they are allowed to prepare for a trial. The British government wants to deny them that by interfering in every process that these prisoners are involved in. So I think continue our struggle and we will win in the end. Chucky our law.
Hi guys, thanks so much for coming out. I'm the loved one and family of Amu's, and yeah, I've gotten to know all of the prisoners and the hunger strikers really well. And although they've put their life on the line, and although we are worried for them as their loved ones, I'm more scared for Lammy. Lammy, a reckoning is coming until the demands are met. I visited Amu in the privatized confines of HMP Bronzeville since the summer, and every time I leave feeling nourished from their commitment to resistance. This is someone whose resilience carries with me outside the prison. Someone who loves hikes, someone who loves food and their friends so much. And they're such a good friend, and they love community. They love life so much that they're willing to starve themselves to liberate us all. Because all of us are not liberated, and that we are not rested until the Palestinians are liberated. And until the Palestinians are at peace, we do not know what peace is here. My friend Amu writes, to David Lammy, who should be concerned, we see you running, hiding, being told off.
Shame! Shame!
Shame! We follow the papal trail in your wake, and we know that democracy, tolerance, and the rule of law are a joke you tell at our expense, reading them on the walls of a prison we're confined to without trial, one that uses public money to line private pockets to the tune of £19 billion a year. We see you shrug off any supposed duty of care to us while you rub shoulders with Labour Friends of Israel. Shame on you. And though we may be in your prisons, you are the one who could never escape the weighted gaze of history. But we will not rest until justice is served on a dusty plate. We will have our justice now. We demand an end to the UK's complicity in genocidal war crimes with direct action, with our votes, with our voices, with our hunger striking bodies. And the more you try and hide in your tower, the stronger we will become to uproot you, to open up the very ground you stand on until life can break through. Free Palestine. Free Palestine!
One body, one fight. We support the hunger strike. We support the hunger strike.
Okay, look, there's a lot of noise there. I just thought we'd break off from there and talk to people who are here. Samira, you're in the camp at the United States Embassy outside there. You've been there for quite some time. You've kept going. You've had threats. You've had people trying to attack the camp. It's ongoing, keep constantly changing this movement opposing what's going on in Palestine with Israel and this government's support for them and the United States. How do you see where we are now?
That's a big question, I have to say. Yes, we've been at camp for over 15 months now, and like you said, we've survived a number of attacks and hostilities as well. We are there, and we're going to continue being there for many reasons. The first one is because the genocide is ongoing. Yes, there is a so-called ceasefire, but the killing hasn't stopped. People are dying, whether it is from disease, whether it is from hypothermia. 13 babies have died in Gaza just over the last week because of the cold, because they have no shelter, because there is no tents, nothing to shelter them from the weather. These governments are still supporting Israel. There is no word whatsoever about what Israel has done. It doesn't seem like Israel is going to be punished or it's going to be brought to accountability in any way whatsoever for all the atrocities it's committed over the many years, the many decades that's been colonizing Palestine, but also over the last 2 years. And to top that up, our government not only is sheltering Israel, and now the Labour Party is proclaiming itself progressive and Zionist, equalizing those two terms as if they had anything to do with each other. Not only they are doing that, but also now they are pressurizing even more our forms of protest, whether it is a camp, whether it is in the marches, whether it is in front of government buildings like this one. They don't want us to protest. They are banning words we say that actually are not a call to violence. They are not a call for violence against Jewish people. That's an utter, complete lie. It couldn't be more ridiculous. But also, with the hunger strikers, they kept complete silence. At first, David Lammy said he knew nothing about it. He was completely lying. I want to say something. Even if I was to believe him that he didn't know anything about it, that actually is even worse. How could the Minister of Justice not know about a hunger strike, a political, organized hunger strike within his prison? How could it not know? Is that a low priority for them so that he wouldn't know? What is worse, not knowing or lying about it? So they started lying about it. And now they are describing the hunger strikers as people who refuse to eat, as if they had anorexia. These are not people who are refusing to eat. These are people who are engaging in the battle of the stomachs. That's what we call it in Palestine. We call it the battle of the stomach. When you have no other resource, when you have no other action to take, then you resist with your body and you engage in hunger strike in order to pressurize for your rightful demands. These people are asking to be released in bail. They are asking for a fair trial. They are asking for the evidence to be disclosed. They are asking to dismantle the manufacturing factories that are based here in the UK, that produce the drones that are responsible for killing possibly hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. So what is wrong? What is wrong with this government? What is wrong with this system that is not allowing a protest, that is demanding the freedom of Palestinians, demanding the end of these atrocities, the end of injustice? What is wrong with it?
I think the other thing is that people in this country are becoming more militant in their approach to politics. Before, I don't imagine anyone would have gone on hunger strike who's from this country, other than the Irish. And people are being arrested constantly, and people are prepared for being arrested now. I mean, not just the Defend Our Juries people, but generally people are being arrested at home, taking their phones taken off them. There's an atmosphere that I don't like, of the police circling around, taking cameras with the cameras, not knowing, we don't know what they're doing. They're discussing who are they going to grab this time. Are you intimidated by that? I feel a bit intimidated by it.
Look, engaging in action is never something you want to do. Engaging in action is something that you feel forced to do, that you don't have anything else to do. You know, we used to write letters, we used to sign petitions, we used to go lobbying in Parliament. They were not listening to us. They are the ones forcing this action in the street. They are the ones forcing the reaction by normal citizens. I mean, it's something that you mentioned, you know, how there is some kind of escalation. The government have been completely silent about the fact that the strikers, the people striking in UK prisons today, these are UK British citizens. They are not from foreign countries. They are not these radical Islamists. They are normal people who would have been going on about their lives very normally, very happy. But they've been forced to do this. They have no other recourse. Now, the police are using face recognition. I, for one, refuse to wear a mask. I won't wear a mask. You know, I'm doing what is rightfully my right to do. It's given in the law of this country that freedom of expression is the right of UK citizens. I will continue doing so. They want to arrest me for that? Well, they will have to expand their prisons, because there is many thousands of us and we are increasing in numbers. Maybe the marches don't reflect that anymore. Maybe there are only 100,000 people marching in the national marches nowadays, but people taking direct action, they are on the increase, and that is visible. And people are really angry about this government willing to let UK citizens die in UK prisons for something they have not done.
Yeah. I mean, one other thing about this is once you've seen the injustice, you've seen the pictures, you've seen the films of people being killed in Gaza, being starved, the way that Israel denies it, the lies, the constant lying about it. It's very difficult to just forget that, isn't it? I mean, that's the thing that they seem to. Look, there's a lot of police coming through now at the moment. I think we should comment. I mean, in a way, just so people know, I think this is a live stream so we can see how the police behave, not just to hear the chanting or to hear people speak, but so it's all live. We can see how there's an intimidation going on. I mean, they're circling everyone now.
Let me tell you something. We will forget nothing. Nothing will be forgotten. Not the smallest of children, not the oldest of the Palestinian deaths caused by the Israeli weapons, caused by the Israeli inducted disease, caused by the suffering, caused by the torture in the prisons, caused by the starvation. We will forget absolutely nothing. We will forget not an inch of our land. We know that we are on the right side of history. The actual establishment of the Israeli state was an illegality committed by the UN nations. We were under British mandate. We should be a sovereign state like other colonies worldwide. The Britain chose to hand us over to another party to continue its colonization. The mask of that, the mask of the democratic oasis in the middle of the Middle East, that is diluted, gone, completely put to one side. Nobody will forget what Israel has done in these 2 years. And if we don't get our sovereignty and our right to determination, to self-determination tomorrow, we will get it the next day. And if we don't get it the next day, we will get it next year. And if not, in the next 10 years. And now, unlike any other times for the Palestinian cause, we actually have global support. We have support from the British public, we have support from the European public, we have support from the Jewish people, anti-Zionist people, people who actually have opened their eyes to the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
This cannot be undone, no matter what they do. Under repression, actually, if they only stop to think about it a little bit, this repression is only to cause more counteraction. People will rise further instead of being intimidated. That's my take.
Yeah, well, you just saw another gang of police go. It's like every couple of minutes there's a pack over there. It's like they're being very subtle about going about surrounding everyone. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate all your time and what you're doing. I think it's fantastic. The camp, I think people should go and visit the US Embassy camp. And you get a good cup of tea there as well, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And a good cup of coffee as well.
And coffee.
You can get some soup.
Soup? Well. Hey, Steve, do you want to speak? You've got your initials on your hat.
Of course. San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Now,
Nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. There's a lot of there's a lot of police hanging around here. There's one with a camera there. Can you see that one there?
Oh yeah.
Does that intimidate you? That sort of stuff?
No, that's normal though, isn't it? They're always doing that. I mean, that's a normal intimidation.
But do you think that's? I mean, Carlos, can you see the guy there is filming everyone? He's coming over here now.
I mean, they used to have police always up on the buildings looking down all the time. Every demonstration was filmed. But now they do it obviously with handheld.
So what they've got is probably about, I don't know, 50 or 100 to 100 police around there.
Yeah.
And they've got someone with a camera.
Yeah.
And I guess that there's some earpieces being told this person or that person with the camera.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that how it works?
I don't know how it works, but it could work like that. I don't know. I've never been on the inside of this, but I know what you mean. It could be that.
And
They do just photograph everybody on demonstrations routinely. They've always done that. And they may or may not want to use that information later on.
Have you been following the Spy Cops stuff?
Not a lot, but we're going to have a meeting on the Spy Cops actually. We know one of the people who's involved in that. We're going to plan a meeting in February on that.
Have you been in the left a long time to have seen some of those stories, I mean, that are going out there?
There was one of the people that some of this is about is a guy called Brian Higgins, who's now passed away. He was a building worker, militant building worker, and he was blacklisted. They say he was one of the most blacklisted building workers in the country. And there's a report in the Spy Cops of a building worker meeting in solidarity. This is like 1985, and I was at this meeting.
Oh, right.
So I'm recorded as being in this meeting. But there was a spy in the. There was a spy in the meeting.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not surprised really, but we had little files of all of us being there.
And that must be going on now as well.
I haven't forgotten. I was at that meeting until I read about it in the newspaper. So
But it must be happening now as well.
All the time. The Crown is powerful because they know they have agents everywhere. They know they feedback. They know information. They know things we don't know. So that's what they're doing. They're routinely gathering information. They're not going to do anything about you, but they know about you. And if in another situation, they would know where to find you.
Wow.
You know, I mean that's how all states are powerful. They know, they infiltrate organisations. The Spy Cops have just shown that up. Really, it's just exposed what is a normal practice.
Do you think that there'd be people who are undercover in the Palestine movement?
Yeah, absolutely certain. I would say it was almost certain. The trouble is we would never know who they are. and so we can't let that decide what we do. We have to do what we think is correct and all the rest of it. Because
do you think that makes transparency more key to how we campaign? Because if it's all covert, then they'll find out anyway, won't they?
Oh, I think you need to be open and transparent, because you want to be open to the people of this country. We need to be honest and open with the people of the country. That's who we rely upon. And if we are open and honest with them, and they can see what we will get support. So I do think that's a very important democratic idea.
So what brought you out tonight? Because last week there were a couple of arrests of people supposedly saying a word that's been banned now.
Which word was that one then? What did I say?
It was
it's the word intifada.
Intifada was what he said.
Well, I don't mind saying, by the way, and I will say this, intifada just means a people's uprising. So I think the people should rise up all over the place. All right? And you could think of South Africa, the opposition in South Africa. There was a people's uprising in South Africa against apartheid, and that uprising spread around the world. So the Intifada of South Africa globalized, and they won because of that globalization of the people's uprising. It doesn't mean violence, it doesn't mean terrorism, it means strikes, protests, the mobilization of people. So we shouldn't be frightened to say that.
Yeah, but you can't say it out here, because they'll bundle you in one of those. They've got about 6 vans down there if you said anything like that.
You know, it doesn't mean terror, it doesn't mean violence, it doesn't mean any of the things that they say it means. It just means the people rising up and fighting against their oppression. The violence comes from the oppressors, it doesn't come from the people rising up.
Well, I think we've got some more people to speak to. It's good to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
In the flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to come? Hi, we're just doing a live stream because I wasn't here last week, but there were these incidents happen, and we want to have anything on camera. But while we kind of covertly film what they're doing, we'll make out we're doing a kind of interview about cricket. No, not really. So what do you make of this protest? Are you intimidated? I feel there's all these police with these sort of cameras filming everyone.
Seeing the cameras going by at other demonstrations, really, with the police with the cameras that they're carrying around. So I think it's a bit different, I personally feel, to the other ones I've been on. But I haven't been to the Ministry of Justice ones at all yet, apart from today.
And are you part of the campaign for the hunger strikers? Are you close to anyone there?
No, I'm not close to anyone. I'm not directly involved in the campaign at all. But obviously, I think it's very important for everyone to show their face. You know,
right.
Numbers really matter. The voice matters. And volume matters. It gets people to listen.
Yeah, well, that's true. And I feel that the hunger strike has got some mainstream media now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not as if they're kind of wanting an update all the time. They're kind of switched off, like it's it's gone as a story or something. It's horrific, the idea that we're waiting maybe for someone to die in some way before the media take any more notice of it.
I mean, I think that the only time that I've seen it in mainstream media, especially in British media, is the fact that now it's getting to the point where it could be fatal at points for certain people. So I can't remember who it was, but that was left literally pretty much paralysed on the floor of her cell waiting for an ambulance, and that's the only time I've seen it really in mainstream media. Which is obviously awful, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous that it takes that level of severity for anyone to take notice.
Yeah, and the thing is, the government's not doing anything, and it's really depressing to think that someone can go to that length and the government will just not even care.
Yeah.
It seems like we have the same kind of government as Israel, where they have no compassion whatsoever.
No, I mean, they're all being paid off by Israel, so we are in Israel's pockets, really, in terms of the government. The British government is in Israel's pocket, which is just ridiculous. Like, democracy seems to not exist in today's society. So,
did you see that big do for Labour Friends of Israel with Rachel Reeves saying we should be proud to be Zionists?
Yes,
did you see that clip?
Yes.
Absolutely sickening.
It's stupid. It's like, there are people out on the streets every week, every month. There's like thousands and thousands and thousands going on the street doing national demos, and yet, you know, the government isn't listening to us, which I think is just like ridiculous, you know.
How long have you been involved in the Palestine campaign?
Well, I only really started coming on demonstrations around, a bit after October 7th.
Right.
But I have been aware of it. My dad's been campaigning like his whole life, and so that's how I've gotten into it, obviously. But yeah, I've gone to loads of demos in the last few years, and it's always, especially now, it feels very kind of isolating outside the demos, you know, everyday life. You don't really see anyone talking about it. You bring it up with someone that you don't really know and they kind of shy away from the topic, whereas every time I kind of come on a demonstration, it's really reassuring that I'm not crazy.
Right, exactly, yeah. Do you feel, you said your dad's been involved in it?
Yes.
He's still involved, is he?
Yes, this is my dad over there.
Oh, right. Do you want to come and talk on here?
Just explaining that we are going to have to get off, so I can't talk for long.
Oh, you've got to go?
I have to leave.
I know, we're just talking about how, you know, it can be isolating when you're at home and you don't know there's a lot of other people who care about what's going on in Palestine, and how important it is that we go to these protests and just to get our spirits up, really. Yeah. What's your view about the way they try and keep us like down, like scare us with all the police here and all that? How do you keep going?
Well, picking up on what you said at the beginning, you know, we've been going to the marches from pretty much the first week, and one of the things, obviously, you know, you want to protest the evils that are going on, but also it's sort of comforting, if you like. It's not the right word, but you know, when it's all going on in your own head all week and you're seeing it all on your phones and stuff like that, being amongst people that aren't crazy, you know, and they actually can see this and they're protesting against it as well, I think gives you some succor.
Yeah. And how long have you been coming out for Palestine then? Because
for Palestine or not for a long time, you know, but since you know October 23 for you know the start of the genocide.
I mean, because I wasn't really doing much before then myself. I was always political, but it's sort of the October 2023. It was when I saw how absolutely two-faced the government in this country was, and how they can talk about being compassionate and for every other country, but it wasn't happening here. And now we've got this hunger strike. There's absolutely no break from that. It's just appalling. I'm horrified at what this country is that I never believed it was like, you know.
Well, I mean, it's always kind of been there, really. If you look at the history of this country and what it's got involved in. I mean, the last hunger strike was the IRA hunger strikes, where people died, you know what I mean, when they were protesting injustices, if you like, you know. And I don't know, I mean, I just think it's so important at this moment that we keep this as much in the public eye as possible, because they're trying to ignore it.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for speaking. We're really here to sort of interview, but at the same time, in the background, we're watching the police, because we saw last week that they just grab people for no good reason, and if we live stream it, then we've got a chance of capturing it.
Some coverage.
It's pretty. Yeah.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah. Cheers. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Cheers. Are you going to talk? Are you up for talking?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying that the police are going all over the place. If you were a gambling man, would you say they're going to grab someone tonight?
Well, based on their recent behaviour, I'd say there's a good chance of that happening. You know, and I don't know what before this time I'm holding the wrong piece of cardboard or maybe behaving threateningly in a wheelchair. It's hard to tell these days. Or possibly just for opposing the genocide. That seems to be enough reason.
What have you been arrested at all on any of these?
No, I haven't, you know, but I mean, no, I've been lucky, really, so.
Right, so it's a bit like a lottery. It could be you this time, or it could be me, it could be anyone.
Well, that's it. Well, I mean, some people have been arrested for literally nothing, you know, so but we reach such heights of absurdity, you know, where we're told that the police and our authorities who are protecting and supporting the genocide are the peaceful people. We're told that we're the criminals, or we're told that young people who haven't been convicted of anything and who are taking a stand, using the only weapon they have, the hunger strike, we're told that these people are criminals. It's an upside down country that we're living in at the moment.
And the way they're reporting the Palestine Action Filton 24 case is so biased. They're releasing pictures of a sledgehammer and stuff like that, which is actually it's contempt of court, because it's trying to persuade the jury outside of the court, isn't it?
Well, very much so. Well, again, we've seen like the trashing of any kind of law or legal status in the last couple of years. You know, laws and rules only seem to apply to one side and not to the other. As we've seen our politicians, the police, as you mentioned, kind of break all kinds of rules of evidence and procedure. And, you know, but what they do, this could only happen because of the groundwork that's been laid by our media and the press, in particular the BBC, who either through their lies of omission or active lies of commission and active misreporting have created this climate where people think that the peacemakers are the criminals and that the war criminals are the peaceful people.
Yeah. Oh, I've been reading 1984 a bit, and it does seem like we're in that situation where every word is the opposite. Like, we're outside the Ministry of Justice, but it's not justice. The Ministry of Defence is not defence. I mean, it just goes on and on. The kind of like the stuff is messing with my brain. I don't really know what's going on. The social media as well is so unbelievable. The bots that are sort of saying stuff in favour of Israel, and Tommy Robinson coming out with this anti-Muslim, anti-migrant stuff. It's a chaotic world in media that is just totally. You know, what do you think of the way everything's going with the media and social media?
Well, social media, as you mentioned, well, I think a lot of it is down to the owners of these companies, the bots and the algorithms. But it's very hard because these are the means that we have to get our stories out, to make our voices heard. You know, so unfortunately, this is the trend we have to go on. But as you say, so many of these. The Israel supporters, these are bots, and it's been found out to be that many of the Israel supporters are actually based in India. We're finding out that many of the anti-Chinese bots are based in the United States, and so on and so on. And as for when I go onto social media, all I see is things that I have absolutely things that are the opposite to the things that I have been interested in, that I've previously seen in the past. Whether that's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you know, it's on Twitter. I think my Twitter account is something like 3,000 followers. If I do a tweet, if 20 people see it, I'm lucky. If I see a tweet from any of the people I follow who tweet every day, then again, this is lucky too. And it's, you know, so it's really difficult. All the platforms are being destroyed by their owners, really, just in pursuance of some strange agenda.
What's going on now? Should we go and have a look at what's going on over there now? Cheers. Thank you. Oh, we're just going to check what's going on here and then come back. Because I'm just. That's fine. Oh.
Nobody should ever resort to doing. But look at all the powers and all the political prisoners that they have to hunger strike against. We have seen the great, glorious Irish hunger strikers when they did the hunger strike in opposition to this colonial state. But look at who are we facing. Look when the Palestinians did their hunger strikes in Israeli prisons, facing Israeli oppression. Look at when Egyptians and Iraqi prisoners and Syrian prisoners did hunger strikes in all of their respective countries. There's one thing in common between all of those countries, that they're all fueling oppression, genocide and war crimes. And this is why we have to stand against all of them as one collective fight. And this is why we're here today. I want to tell you all a story of one of my great friends that are hunger striking right now. I remember I met Casa for the first time in the UCL encampment. Casa, as a UCL student, she was protesting her university's complicity in genocide. And I remember when we were speaking as a tactic, should we hunger strike to make our universities divest? Should we get them to that point? And I remember Casa saying, even though I know that, as Casa used to call him, Michael Provost, doesn't care at all if we die or not. She used to say that the tradition of hunger striking and the message that that sends is a message of solidarity, is a message that we're all one body in literal sense with the Palestinian president. And Casa did put her body where she said those words. Casa right now is in her hunger strike, giving every single one of us a great example about what does it mean to not only say what you believe in, but to be a practical example of what you believe in every day, regardless of who are you facing. And this is why Casa really, genuinely, Casa makes us proud because of that. I want to tell you all that to the point that saying shut Albert systems down is controversial, to the point that we say the Arabic world revolution becomes controversial, to the point that our opposition for people being slaughtered in the middle of the so-called ceasefire. Right now, for you to oppose the UK government, for you to oppose this genocide, is not about us only being moral human beings. It's just about us being the base human beings that we are able to see our kids in the future with. Yes! So everyone, make no mistake. Again, as we say once and always, this fight knows no individual martyrs. But with the hunger strikers and what they're doing right now, they taught us that being a martyr or being someone that sacrifices for a cause is not what we're looking through. However, what we are doing, everyone by standing here today, is that we're seeking to establish justice in this earth. And this is why I invite you all today, tomorrow, and for the next however time that will take, to march in solidarity of the hunger strikers and their demand. We all know how important they are, and most importantly, to do every single thing we can to shut Albert down. Or until that happens, we are not human beings that deserve to call ourselves fighting for justice. So until that happens, let's keep our goal and mindset clear. And let's tell every single police officer that's sitting here today that until we shut Albert down, there is no getting rid of us, and the headache will only get so much more and more and more. Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Say it clear and say it loud! Say it clear and say it loud! Hunger strikers makes us proud! Hunger strikers make us proud! Say it clear and say it loud! Say it clear and say it loud! Amu, you make us proud! 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 Casa, 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 you make us proud! Cameron, you make us proud! Cameron, you make us proud!
Cameron, you make us proud!
Hey, boy, 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 you make us proud!
Everyone, I just want to share one last thing with you. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to say a beautiful word that we should all enact. They used to say that the believers are one body. Once any of them gets any sickness or gets any problem, every other part of that body runs to its aid and help. And I invite all of us, as people who believe in humanity, as people who live for what they say, to enact all of us being one body, and for us to be able to see no rest, to see no stopping, until we make sure that not only the hunger strikers are met with their demands, but the Palestinian people, who are the center of every single fight and protest we make, are free. And until then, we are never going to stop marching. And if we all here have one message to Keir Starmer, David Lammy and more, is shut Albert down and stop your complicity in the genocide in Palestine. And just until then, the headache is not going to get any lighter, it's only going to get worse. Thank you so much for being here today.
We stand with Kessa!
We stand with Kessa!
And Kessa stands with Palestine!
And Kessa stands with Palestine!
We stand with Kessa!
We stand with Kessa!
And Kessa stands with Palestine!
And Kessa stands with Palestine!
We stand with Amu!
We stand with Amu!
And Amu stands with Palestine!
And Amu stands with Palestine!
We stand with Amu!
We stand with Amu!
And Amu stands with Palestine!
And Amu stands with Palestine!
We stand with Cameron!
We stand with Cameron!
And Cameron stands with Palestine!
And Cameron stands with Palestine!
We stand with Cameron!
We stand with Cameron!
What are you looking for? Your tripod? I think. Very take it. Is that it over there? What? What is good? Hello. Would you be up for a short interview live on YouTube? We're here just to make sure that this demonstration isn't interrupted by people who get arrested unfairly, and if we are arrested unfairly, that we might somehow report that. But we're on the guise of a respectable interview with respectable people, while we in the background might catch a bit of that kind of activity. What do you make of what happened last week? I wasn't here. Were you here?
No, I was here earlier, but then I went to give out flyers just to in a different place. And I thought it was going to be a quiet and peaceful demonstration because that's what people wanted. And then there was the arrest for saying a word which the Oxford English Dictionary defines as not being anything to do with Jewish people. Yeah. And I think that's a gross abuse of human rights. I think that's also weaponising the anti-Semitism. And we're in a situation where people are starving in Gaza, people are being denied medical attention, there's the horrors that are going on there. And in British prisons, people who are trying to stop that and have taken action against, or are accused of taking action against that, are being denied medical aid. And then people are being, an Arabic speaking woman is arrested arrested and held for more than 24 hours, 2 Arabic-speaking women, for saying a word that means to shake out or to throw off. I mean,
Did you see they're trying to add river to the sea as well as another expression that can't be used?
It's weaponising anti-Semitism. Last night I was at the Chanukah event in Trafalgar Square with the Jewish Bloc for Palestine, and at this event there was a really aggressive man walking through the middle, saying, what did he say? He said, amen, amen, come on, you're supposed to be Jewish, like pushing through a crowd at a Jewish event. And I went up to the police and said, look, there's a really aggressive man, like he's being really threatening. And the policeman said to me, oh, aggressive is a subjective term, we're watching him. And the way that the policing is done at a pro-Palestine Jewish event compared to at a pro-Israel Jewish event is absolutely different. I mean, we've had events where there was when there was the protest about the illegal kidnap of the people on the flotilla, that was marked as a protest against anti-Semitism. And it's the craziest thing that I'm going to have to go, I'm afraid.
All right.
Sorry.
Something's happening. Shall we follow this then? What's happening?
Excuse me, what's happening?
Do you know why they're moving?
Time's almost up. It's meant to finish at about 7 o'clock. So
What is it now, 5-2?
Yeah, they're probably going somewhere else, so we'll follow them. So
Oh, right, okay. You follow them, yeah? Well, there you go. So they're moving off because it's supposed to end at 7, but the police are going to follow them. So I don't know who's. I'm guessing that this is a tactic from the people organising this to confuse the police. So I don't think the police were quite ready for that. Should we go and have a look at where they're going? Or do you need to stay here?
We need someone to take the tripod.
Okay, we need someone to take the... Oh, we've got a tripod here. Right. All right, look, the police are all moving. If you look round, you can see the vans here.
Downing Street.
Is that where they're going?
Yeah.
Oh, Downing Street, apparently. How did you get that information? You in the know?
No comment.
No comment, right. Right, so that it looks like everyone's going to Downing Street, which is quite a long walk. Is it quite a lot? It's quite a long walk, but if you want to, are you up for going on this, Carlos? Is it too far for you?
I'm not sure. I can go, but we are going to have to finish in about half an hour.
All right, so we haven't got that much on the battery, I think. So we'll carry on and see what happens here. You couldn't get more live than this, eh? I'm on my own thing, YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. You got. We're going to Downing Street apparently. Yeah.
Are you Sudanese?
No, I'm lovely. Hey, hello. How are you?
Right, so it looks like this is quite a clever attempt to change the protest to Downing Street. Should we go that way? Is that easier for you? And then down there. Yeah. Right, so we're at St James's Park Station now, which is on the Circle and District line, if you're interested. And the it's a Circle and District, I think, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to Downing Street now. Just before the police are coming in loads of vans. Hiya. Yeah, good. You coming to Downing Street?
I'm walking with you.
Oh, right. Well, this is where we're going, apparently. live on YouTube.
Everyone, I love you all. Look after your friends, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mate. Yeah, I would forget. Yeah. Hi. I reckon the police might get a bit fed up with this.
Look at the everyone off to Downing Street and all the police following like
It's quite strange seeing the police following everyone down to Downing Street. They normally do this sort of you can't go there thing, but they sort of don't. I don't know if they would, and they could deal with this. So they're all going to Downing Street apparently.
They're heading for a kettling. Look, there's all these vans are full. So they could easily get themselves kettled.
Where would they get kettled though?
That's wherever they're going.
Do you think the police would have to block them on the way there, wouldn't they, and then come behind?
I don't know. It's just the police aren't very happy this evening, are they? They're pretty grim.
Yeah. Carlos is filming right in the middle of the road now.
He's a legend, that guy. I'm going to film him getting.
Wow. Yeah, the feeling is that the police are going to get really fed up with this. But we're going to stick with this until Carlos says he's got no battery left. There's still quite a lot of people there, though, you have to say. That's a lot of people who are still marching there to Downing Street for the hunger marches. Hunger strikers, sorry. Oh. So just coming up to Westminster Abbey and then Parliament Square. I feel like David Dimbleby doing one of those royal wedding things. This is like the bride is arriving at Westminster Abbey, and then they're proceeding on towards Parliament Square. Do you like the red phone box there, like that? And we're now going towards the scene of some of those incredible Defend Our Juries protests. Oh, there's a lot of police here. They're not letting anyone cross. Van after van. Van after van after van. Oh, that's an empty van. That's going to take people in it, that one. Let's probably go now. As you can see, it's now moved on towards Parliament Square. There are a dozen police. I would say there's well, no, it's probably about 10 police vans here. Some are empty and some are full. It's incredible to think this is the day before Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas Eve, and there's kind of some tourists milling around. There's a lot of people there. I can hear police, but there's more coming. So it's not even.
Look at the camera, nigga.
It's not even 6:45. It's not even 7:15. The protest at the MOJ was supposed to finish at 7, so they sort of preempted the end of that to come out to Parliament Square. And there's a whole load of police circling the square. I'm not sure where they're in the square. They're in the square, right? Everyone's in the square. They're going through the square. The police are all round the square. I think we need to look in the square. I think this is where something's happening, because the police have all surrounded it. I guess there's an attempt to kettle the people in here. They're still marching through. You can see them up by the end, the corner with past Churchill's statue there, towards Westminster Station. The police are following. Are they getting through to the Whitehall? I'm not sure. Right, yeah, they're moving through to Whitehall now. Unbelievable. The police are being. The police don't know. I'm talking on the microphone, so I'm just saying I don't know what's happening. The police don't know what's happening either. Well. Right, the police are going into Whitehall now with their sirens on. Big Ben's striking 6:45. There's stuff going on around here. Not sure what's happening. There's quite a few.
Didn't know there was going to be a spontaneous march at the end of that.
No, that was. I think they've taken us, the police, totally by surprise. And this could be a sign of some I'm just live on YouTube. I think this could be a sign of what might happen soon. If the police are too restrictive, then people just make their way wherever they want, and the police will find it harder to control. Really, it's their own controlling kind of behaviour that's made it worse for themselves. Really.
There'll be more spontaneous marches. Yeah.
I mean, they banned the one in Downing Street last week, didn't they? So I suppose this is the two fingers to that, really. They've obviously got quite good. Whoever organised this has got quite good security on their messaging that no one could, no one from the police could get into that.
And agreed signals about when to move off.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of people there. Must be at least. I would have thought 200 at least.
I counted 230 at the peak.
Right, yeah, 230 or so. Right.
So they're not stopping here. Which is where I thought.
Oh, they're still going. We don't know where this could be further than Downing Street then. See how it is. Yeah, I'm still. Yeah. It's quite. I've never done a live stream where I've had to walk about and. Yale, what do you think about this? We're on live on YouTube.
I'm so
do you like going for an evening stroll before Christmas Eve?
To Downing Street.
Yeah.
That bastard there, sitting there, Starmer, who is supporting and facilitating and participating in the genocide. We should come to his house, remind him what he's doing, that he's starving to death babies and children and the whole Palestinian people. Scum, shame on him.
Well, it's not diminished your energy doing this walk. Then you're speaking from, as passionately as ever. But this tactic of moving before it was agreed, is this kind of like I was just thinking? This is because the police are so controlling about where you can assemble. They've kind of made it impossible for people. So they just said, well, fuck it. We're going to move wherever we want.
Last Thursday, we were supposed to protest here. And they put condition not allowing us, they ban us from protesting outside Downing Street. So I'm so pleased we're back here. We refuse to comply. Thank you, everybody who is here.
We've passed Downing Street now. We're going on a long one. Piccadilly, do you think? Piccadilly?
We're passing by here.
It's a long way to Tipperary, eh? That one. Yeah.
Love the people, absolutely. We are amazing movement fighting against genocide, against an oppressive regime which arrests doctor for trying to save the life of a hunger striker, which the prison refused for 20 hours.
Were you down there at Bronzefield?
I was there, and I was actually injured there.
You were injured?
By inspector. Maliciously pushed me down. It's actually on video.
Sorry.
That's why I'm so way behind, because I'm struggling to walk.
Oh, well, you got injured that badly then?
Yeah, my spine. Luckily, there were people to lift me up, but And it's the same inspector who actually dragged another doctor, not the doctor that was arrested, Olivia, the other doctor, and he dragged her and she passed out. He was so violent. Yeah, that was in Bronzefield on last Wednesday.
Have you been to Bronzefield a few times, or?
Yes, of course. It is our duty to support all the prisoners. I was also, when T previously protested, I was outside the prison where she's held in the north. We went there when she was hunger strike for 28 days in the summer. It is our duty. And really important what is happening now, that Israel actually is emboldened by the violence by the British police. So now they're using more violence against the Palestinian women prisoners. And they were using stun grenades in the cell. And they were beating them up. They were using so much violence and forcing, a lot of them are Muslim, practicing Muslim, and they remove the face cover. And a headscarf.
I think this is
so violent now. Everything getting so violent, and Britain is almost like in the forefront of it, leading it, showing how you can do it and get away with it.
Yeah.
And pretend you're democracy. It's a full-blown fascism now.
Well, I don't think the police expected this response tonight, because they probably thought they could go around the Ministry of Justice protest, filming everyone, and then at 7 o'clock they'd come in and they'd take a couple of people and everyone would be horrified and they get all the stories, they've got some. But they've actually been made to look right foolish tonight. I mean, I thought it was ending at Downing Street. This is going on and on. This is a very hard to police protest.
Indeed, indeed. And we are showing what sort of a movement we are. Really determined to fight against genocide and against the British police oppression. It's not just the Met. It's all the different forces, which are now all of them being trained like almost as military units. So we're doing really well.
Yeah, and I'm pleased you can still keep walking after your injury as well.
It's difficult.
It's good to have met you on the way.
Because look, it's such a historical movement. We're doing history.
Yeah.
We're not giving up. Whatever they do to us, they arrest us. They arrest us at homes. They arrest us on the street. We safe nowhere. They're physically attacking us intentionally, wanted to cause us injuries, and yet we're not giving up. We are fearless because we know what is at stake, and we are determined to support the Palestinians until liberation.
Yeah. Well, hi. I'm just wondering, are you excuse me? Would you talk? We're just on a live stream.
I don't interview. Sorry, I don't.
Oh, okay. I like your hat, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. Oh, there's the lady.
I really
No?
I wish I could.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in any frame of mind.
Oh no, no worries.
But thanks.
Would you talk? Would you talk on the live stream?
Huh?
Would you talk on the live stream?
Yeah, sure.
Because we're just. I was just saying to Yale that the police thought they could sort of wait till 7 o'clock and then do their little. Having filmed everyone, they could go in and grab a couple and then at 22 or 25 to 7, everyone just goes en masse, and police are really struggling with this one, aren't they?
Well, the police need to get out of the vans and walk with us, in solidarity, you know what I mean? It's a bit comfortable in nice warm vans and we're having to walk, you know what I mean? A big long forced march is ideal for a winter's night, you know what I mean? So, God help them next summer, if it's still on, we'll be marching everywhere.
But they can't. Look at this. We come into the middle of the West End. We're going to the West End. How are they going to control this thing? It's nothing like that.
Normally they try and block us off and kettle us and stop us from.
But that's when they know where we're going. But this is a totally different idea, isn't it?
Well, we always have the initiative anyway. If we refuse to get kettled and keep moving down side roads and that, they can run them ragged because they just don't have the capacity to stop us. They can't arrest all of us, and we can keep on the move. The idea is keep moving.
I mean, do you think, because sometimes people are saying, the national demos, they're always on their route, and the police say you can't go there. They do all these things they say you can't do, and you have to be there and that. This might be a much better way. Get everyone at Hyde Park at some point, and then everyone just go wherever they want to go. I mean,
it's kind of guerrilla tactics, and that's what you need for a kind of situation like this. Because the national marches are basically a march up the hill You have the same speeches all the time, march down again, and it achieves very little. Whereas you have something that's rapid and mobile, you can hit different targets, you know, in terms of exposing certain buildings and things to expose what's happening in Israel and that, and far more impact as well.
It looks like everyone's going into Trafalgar Square, so I think the police think they've probably got everyone now. What do you think about this move to just that the police don't know what's going on? It's quite it's a great initiative to
absolutely
stop them taking control all the time, where they kind of film everyone and then they go and grab a couple of people. I mean, this is like, come on then, go for a walk. Let's go for a long walk.
The onus is on us. We want our young people off the hunger strike. We want the government to be speaking to these young people that are starving at Christmas. Why? They want to talk. They want a representative, Lammy, to understand that they are dying every moment, that he ignores their plight while on hunger strike. The Filton 24 and the 8 and the 6 that are still on hunger strike and killing themselves. I'm a mother of 4. I'm disgusted by what this government, this UK government, thinks it's fit to do. It's fit to not have that political discussion and to kill people. No, our youngsters, no, we want them. We don't want our government killing them. I'm furious. This is Christmas. Everybody wants to eat at Christmas, yet our government's quite happy to starve our young people and continue their death one moment to the next, one day to the next. So I'm furious. I'm absolutely furious, and I'm ashamed of this government. Ashamed that they think that they can treat people with these kind of human rights. These are not human rights. This is a killing right. This government is following a killing right, and I'm furious. And I want them to come off their hunger strike. I want them to get their 5 demands met, and I want our government to wake up and listen.
And first of all, released. They should be released.
Released,
they should
absolutely
not be held in
released.
prison.
On bail, absolutely.
All the Filton 24, all of them. All our political prisoners. They're heroes. They shouldn't be in prison.
No.
Well, thank you for talking. I don't know how long we've got battery left on that. It's been going for a while. How are we doing? Have we got any more?
It's Yael's battery.
It's Yael's battery? Right.
It lasts a long time.
Have they all got? Is it a sort of end at Trafalgar Square?
Trafalgar Square, yeah.
It's finishing here.
I think so, yeah.
Oh right. Wow, it's back to Trafalgar Square again. Yeah? I got to slow down. Oh, it's like a sort of Christmas market mixed in with protest. Brilliant. Me? I've been given 2 fingers out. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised at that. So, yeah, there's still a massive crowd here. Should we have a look in here? So we made it, we followed you here, we got here. What a move that was, to get away from the sort of, the police filming and then grabbing a couple. They can't seem to do that if the people move.
It is crazy. I mean, we're trying to get the message out to as many people as possible, because along the route we've been giving flyers out so that people know about it, because the mainstream media is now starting to report and is starting to call the government out. I heard even the Daily Mail had a positive article about making clear that this is not acceptable. And if the Daily Mail's saying it, and it's kind of like our Labour government needs to ensure that they enforce British and international rules, and the bare minimum, they need to speak to the representatives. So yes.
And did you know they were going to move?
No.
You didn't look like you did. You just said, "I've got to go now," and then off we went.
Oh no, sorry, that was. Break their chains and let them fall.
Palestine is not your home. Palestine is not your home. There is only one state. Palestine 48. There is only one state. There is only one state. Palestine 48. Palestine 48. We don't want no two states. We don't want no two states. We want 1948. We want 1948. We don't want no two states. We don't want no two states. We want 1948. We want 1948. We want 1948. We want 1948. Settlers, go back home. Settlers, go back home. Palestine is not your home. Palestine is not your home. Settlers, go back home. Settlers, go back home. Palestine is not your home. Palestine is not your home. 1, 2, 3, 4. Free the food and 24. Free the food and 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. Free the food and 24. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Free the food and 24. Free the food and 24. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Smash the dinosaurs, set the stage. 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 5, 6, 7, 8. Smash the dinosaurs, set the stage. 5, 6, 7, 8. Smash the dinosaurs, set the stage. 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 Say it clear, say it loud. Say it clear and say it loud. Putin makes us, the Putin people makes us proud. Hunger strikers makes us proud. Say it clear, say it loud. Say it clear and say it loud. Say it clear and say it loud. Say it clear and say it loud. Putin makes us. Hunger strikers makes us proud. Say it clear and say it loud. Say it clear and say it loud. Amu, you make us proud. 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 Versailles, you make us proud. Versailles, you make us proud. Heber, you make us proud. Heber, you make us proud. Say it clear and say it loud. Say it clear and say it loud. Amu, you make us proud. 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 Cameron, you make us proud. Cameron, you make us proud. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Australia border has to fall. Australia border has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Australia border has to fall. Australia border has to fall. Resistance is glorious. Resistance is glorious. We will be victorious. We will be victorious. Resistance is glorious. Resistance is glorious. We will be victorious. is glorious.
We will be victorious.
We will be victorious.
Resistance is justified.
Resistance is justified.
People are occupied.
People are occupied.
Brick by brick, wall by wall.
Brick by brick, wall by wall.
Israeli apartheid has to fall.
Israeli apartheid has to fall.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
علي 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 علي
علي علي علي علي
علي علي علي علي
علي علي علي علي
علي علي علي علي علي علم الثورة علي علي علم الثورة علي علي علم الثورة علي من المية للمية
من المية للمية
من المية للمية
من المية للمية
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية
وإسرائيل حرامية
إسرائيل عربية
إسرائيل حرامية
إسرائيل عربية
فلسطين حرة حرة
فلسطين حرة حرة
فلسطين حرة حرة
فلسطين حرة حرة
والصهيوني يطلع برا
الصهيوني يطلع برا
سلس سلس go back home
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 Palestine is not your home
Palestine is not your home
سلس سلس go back home
سلس سلس go back home
Palestine is not your home
Palestine is not your home
سلس سلس go back home
سلس سلس go back home
Palestine is not your home
Palestine is not your home
Free, free Palestine
Free, free Palestine
Free, free, free Palestine
Free, free, free Palestine
Free, free, free Palestine
Free, free, free Palestine
One, we are the people
We won't be silent
Free,
Stop the bombing now, 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 now
one,
We are the people
two,
We won't be silent
three
Stop the bombing now, 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 now
Brick by brick, wall by wall
Brick by brick, wall by wall
Israeli apartheid has to fall
Israeli apartheid has to fall
Brick by brick, wall by wall
Brick by brick, wall by wall
Israeli apartheid has to fall
Israeli apartheid has to fall
There is only one state
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 Palestine 48
Palestine 48
And there is only one solution
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 Revolution, revolution
Revolution, revolution
Revolution, revolution
Revolution, revolution
Revolution, revolution
Revolution, revolution
Mukawama, mukawama Mukawama, mukawama We believe in mukawama
We believe in Mukawama
Long live mukawama
Long live Mukawama
Let's go back home
Let's go back home
Palestine is not your home
Palestine is not your home
Let's go back home
Let's go back home
Palestine is not your home
Palestine is not your home
We don't want no two-state
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 We will want it. We want Palestine 48
We want 1948
We want Palestine 48 There is only one state
There is only one state
There is only one state
Free, free Palestine!
Free, 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 free, free Palestine!
Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
All the hunger strikers in your name! Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
All the starvation in your name!
All the salvation in your name!
All the killing in your name!
All the killing in your name!
All the death in your name!
All the death in your name!
All the theft in your name!
All the theft in your name!
All the Zionism in your name!
All the Zionism in your name!
Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
All the Zionism in your name!
All the Zionism in your name!
All the genocide in your name!
All the genocide in your name!
All the theft in your name!
All the theft in your name!
When I say David Lammy, you say shame, 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 shame! Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
Shame, 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 shame!
All the occupation in your name!
All the occupation in your name!
So 1, 2, 3, 4!
Free the filth 24!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Free the filth 24!
1, 2, 3, 4!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Gaza broke the prison wall!
Right, now look, so look, listen, it's kind of, the plan is, I've heard it's 20 past 7 and there is, I think, a plan to move on somewhere else, but I'm not going to say where it is, but that won't be for a while, and we're going to run out of battery, so I think we'll finish our broadcast here, overlooking Trafalgar Square. Obviously, this is about the hunger strike, and there's a lot of people here who've come out to show support for the hunger strikers, and the police have not been able to control the crowd the way they did last week. And I hope you've enjoyed this live stream, and hope that you can share this with other people, and remember to subscribe to the channel, because we don't have enough subscribers when you look at some of these other channels who do nothing, and you always get someone walks past with a fag in their mouth as well. So we're going to finish the broadcast now, and see you later.
I love your show. Yeah. I don't subscribe, but I